the fear of running out isn't quite as silly as I thought it was at 10 o'clock. I can see that, my attempts to describe alternatives would have made many people a little bit queasy, not to mention squeamish. And that is part of the issue here. Other countries are a lot less buttoned up than we are in these sort of contexts. It's the British relationship, or the post-Victorian English relationship with biological matters, is extremely strange. But that is almost certainly a conversation for another day. 5 minutes after 11 is the time. So I'm drawn also now to what is being done by the government. And I truly wish that we weren't living in such divided and febrile times, not least because the major cause of division is between people that understand things and people who still don't. But that's always going to be a recipe for disaster. But in the context of Boris Johnson's premiership, and leaving aside for now some of the absurdities and the scandals attached to both his personal and his political conduct, an inquiry announced this weekend into who paid for that holiday he took over Christmas. It's now March. Incredible, really. But leaving for the time being to one side the absurdity of a government refusing to release a report into Russian disinformation announcing the launch of a unit designed to counter Russian disinformation, leaving that aside for now, what do we think of the government? What do we think? Should they have done more? You've got to remember that Italy has put 14 million people into de facto quarantine. And if you landed here from Italy, we've only heard from a flight from Turin so far, so we haven't got a Milan or a Venice. But if you landed here in the last, 48 hours from a part of the world that is now in quarantine, I don't think it is in any way irresponsible or indeed partisan to suggest that something should have happened here. And when you begin to wonder who's in charge of stuff, you can't really end up anywhere but government, can you? Can you? I don't know, maybe you can. I presume people have tried to blame it on Sadiq Khan already, have they? So it's all his fault. But in terms of central government, these sort of issues really only have one source. And as far as I can tell, they haven't actually done anything yet. Anything at all officially. It's all DIY. So you refer yourself to the authorities. You as Ed told us on his flight back from Turin yesterday, if you're coughing, let the flight crew know. Well, most people probably still won't do that. I don't know why, but it seems to me very inadequate to expect people to. Well, I suppose it's very much the flavour of the think tank educational charity worldview that people shouldn't be helped at all. The rich will be fine and everyone else can just suffer. That this government seems to be saying, well, sort it out yourself. Is that the message you're getting? 0345 606 0973. Speaking of messages, it's always good to know that Donald Trump has got his finger on the pulse.
I like this stuff. I really get it. People are surprised that I understand it. Every one of these doctors said, how do you know so much about this? Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. But you know what? What they've done is very incredible. I understand that whole world. I love that world. I really do. I love that world. And they should be given tremendous credit. And the whole world is relying on us.
It was quite incredible. In the space of a fortnight, Donald Trump has gone from not being able to spell coronavirus to believing that he might be able to cure it because he's a genius. And all the doctors keep asking him how he knows so much about this thing that until relatively recently he was accusing, in fact, I think even after that clip, he's accused the media of somehow exaggerating it or embellishing it. You know, when alternative facts first became a euphemism for lies in post-Brexit world, it didn't get the attention it deserved because so many people were still so delighted to have their racism endorsed by someone as powerful as the President of the United States of America. Yeah, you see, letting alternative facts become a thing is going to kill people. You lost Get Over It doesn't quite have the same ring to it now, does it? Oh, I'm loving your liberal tears. Well, hopefully they'll quench your thirst on your deathbed, you clowns. When you let liars into the mainstream, everybody suffers, even the people that started off liking the liars. Remember that call last year? Oh, I know he's lying, James, but I love it because it really upsets people like you. Okay, cool, yeah, all right. Well, I'll be even more upset if you die, mate, as a result of putting liars into positions of power.